Weekly news.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly news, a round-wrap of national news of the week on Renoueau TV every Saturday.
Weekly news, the news to English speakers.
You're watching Renoueau TV, time for English Weekly program. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome on Weekly News. Once more, welcome on Renoueau TV. Visit of the Prime Minister Boubou Cissé in the 5th region, in continuity with the visit that took him from July 4 to 7, 2019 in Mopti, Koko, Bankas, Bandiagara, Ombore, and Douazan in the 5th region. The Prime Minister, head of the government, Dr. Boubou Cissé, began August 1st a second visit of 5 days, which will lead him to this time successively to Mopti, Yuaru, Tenekun, Kemasina, and Jene. He is accompanied for this occasion by a delegation comprising, in addition to the Minister in charge of Health, Defense, National Education, Youth and Sport, the Permanent Secretary of the Political Framework for the Management of Crisis in the Center, the Chief of the General Staff of the Armed Forces, the Chairman of the DDR Commission, the members of Parliament from the constituents mentioned, as well as some local dignitaries recognized for their constant effort for the return of peace. Already, he has carried out food distribution and met people around issues related to security, education, health, food, economic, and social development in general. The Prime Minister also met the troops in the military garrison to bring them to support and comfort of the state. In accordance with the commitment he has made, the Prime Minister Cissé will complete the visit of all the 8th circle in the Mopti region. Let's talk now about examination. Is at the lycée Labrière of Fallaye in Commune 6 of Bamako district that the director of the Academy of the Right Bank has chosen this year for the launching of the DF examination. It was in the presence of the representative of the district governor of Bamako and the mayor of the Commune 6, Mohamed, for more details.
It was 8 a.m. when the representatives of the district governor of Bamako officially opened the first packet of the drafting test. In total, there are 28,748 candidates. 15,026 girls are 52.91% candidates who are expected to compose this year on the right bank. An opportunity for the director of the Academy of Education of Bamako, Right Bank, Toure Zahiatou Ayuba, to invite the actors to make every effort for the successes of this exercise. For the proper conduct of these examinations, several provisions were made this year. No detail has been overlooked. Even the director of the Academy of Education of Bamako, Right Bank, participated in the control of the candidates. This year, the topic seems to be within the reach of the student because this candidate named Mariam Minti Baba finished processing her essay topic at 8:35 minutes. The candidate from the 7 centers of pedagogical animation of the Right Bank will be secured this year by 301 law enforcement officers.
Slavery practice in Mali. Families are fleeing slavery in the Kai region. More than 60 people arrived this Sunday, July 28th in Bamako from the circle of Jema in Kai region. They fled their village, Kainera, for fear of notable reprisals that they no longer recognize as their masters. After a night in open air in the capital, those who refused the status of slave were received Monday morning by the President of the National Commission of Human Rights, Agibou Bouare. The installation of the hydrocarbon sales station in Quartier Mali in Bamako, in Commune 5 of the Bamako district, provokes the anger of the neighborhood population. They denounce the violation of the regulations in this area. To express their opposition to this project, they organized a sitting last Tuesday. Mohamed Golfa, commentary.
Everything but the gas station in our homes. This is the slogan chanted by the protesters very strongly against this project, despite obtaining permission from the owner to install his station. According to local residents who complained the text were violated, in this regard. In addition to the notification of the Town Hall of Commune 5, commending the developer to stop the work, residents demand the outright cancellation of the administrative act that authorized the construction of this station. It should be noted that this controversy arising from the construction of this hydrocarbon station has started since 2016, and the local population say they are ready to accept all other infrastructural projects except a gas station.
Restitution ceremony. The leaders of the Faso Dambeton Association were in front of the press last Saturday at the Maison de la Presse for the restitution of the gains made by the association with factors in forest and hunters alias Dozo as part of the chase for solution to the intercommunal crisis that our country is going through. It's the duty of every citizen to contribute to the peace and security building in the country. That's why, aware of the need to support the state in the resolution of the intercommunity crisis, that Faso Dambeton decided to initiate a process of reconciliation between conflicting parties in the center of our country. For the implementation of the agreement signed with the armed groups, the members of the association intend to set up a monitoring committee which will be composed of all the actors. The NGO Association de Développement pour Servir la Communauté officially launched its activities last Saturday at the Hôtel de l'Amitié in Bamako. With the goal of helping people in need of basic social services, this new statute will allow ADSC to better serve the community. The launching ceremony was chaired by the representative of the Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization. Details. After 11 years of intensive and constant activities that led to the expansion of the framework and the diversification of its area of intervention, the association signed a framework agreement with the government on June 19th to have the name NGO Association de Développement pour Servir la Communauté. The essence of this NGO ADSC is to meet the needs of the people in the context of community development, but also to fight against underdevelopment. We intervene in the field of education, health, humanitarian relief, and so on. And this is practical in all regions of Mali, said the Director General of the NGO, Mohamed Agali, after the video projection on the various achievements of the NGO ADSC and the testimonies of the beneficiaries. The audience expressed their emotions. What I saw deserves to be raised to a much higher level. It deserves to be known by all the Malians. Rarely do I see an NGO committing this way to the cause of the people. All these achievements that I have just seen must not go unnoticed. As a technical advisor in the Ministry of Territorial Administration and Decentralization in charge of NGOs, you have amazed me. Welcome the representative of the Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization, Mr. Modibo Traore. To the 5th Deputy of the National Assembly, the Honorable Aicha Belko Maiga, to add, in the name of the national representation that I represent here, I reiterate with all our solidarity, all our support for this beautiful work that you are doing. Go ahead. Etamashek tells us are praiseworthy for the one who does something. This is not praise you are given. This praise is you deserve, she concludes. Created in December 2018 in Gao and transferred to Bamako in 2015 because of insecurity in the region, the ADSC is a charitable, apolitical, non-profit organization. Its mission is to provide assistance to the poor segments of the population while supporting the effort of community, economic and cultural development of all Malian populations. As part of the fight against food insecurity, ECOWAS through its Agriculture and Environment Committee handed over on first day 2,856 tons of cereals to the Malian government. The donation was received by the Office of the Commissioner for Food Security in the presence of the Minister of African Integration, Babergano Mohamed Golfa.
This donation of 2,856 tons drawn from the Regional Food Security Reserve of ECOWAS is a mechanism set up by the sub-regional organization to fight against cases of food insecurity occurring in the center of our country. This gesture from ECOWAS reflects the impetus of sub-regional solidarity, but also the ability of the organization to meet the needs of its people. This donation is timely. Famine cases have been reported in several villages in the center due to armed conflict. The donation ceremony was certified by the signing of a document between the two parties, followed by symbolic delivery.
Let's talk about new technology. Held this week in Bamako, the regional tech camp for the promotion of peace and social cohesion in the Liptako-Gouma area, chaired by the representative of the Minister of Social Cohesion, Peace and National Reconciliation. During 6 days, the participants from Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali were equipped with the good use of the new information technologies in the Liptako-Gouma area to promote more social cohesion. Details. With the advent of social networks, new information and communication technologies have become necessary tools for strengthening social cohesion and the resilience of violent extremism. It's following this logic that Equal Access International, through its project Voix de Paix, organized this meeting. Aware of its place in the promotion of peace, social cohesion through social networks, the National Youth Council needing to remain on the satellite. The representative of the Minister of Social Cohesion, Peace and National Reconciliation reiterated his commitment to support this initiative. The opening ceremony was covered by the performance of slammers in the car of the event.
Le nord tellement concentré sur le sud, le centre est presque mort, l'est et l'ouest lumine.
This is the main news of the week. Now the second part of the program, which is the guest of the week. This last story on the new technology leads us to the day's debate, and for that I'm with three guests. So we're going to talk about new technology, and these three guests are first one, Mr. Mohamed SALAH. Mr. SALAH is a journalist, Mandela Washington Fellowship alumni. Mr. SALAH, good evening.
Good evening, and thank you once more for having me here.
Thanks for coming here on Renoueau TV. The second one is Aicha GOUMANE. GOUMANE is member of Mali SELPS English Club. GOUMANE, good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Welcome.
Thank you.
The third one is the president of Mali SELPS English Club in the name of Bazoumana, SOUMAORO. Mr. President, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome all of you on Renoueau TV.
Thank you.
So, as I said, the 21st century is dominated by the new technology, we can say, and these new technology are really numerous, many. But before all, Mr. SALAH, what is, according to you, new technology or social media?
Okay, thank you. Thank you for having me here once more. I think that social media is part of new technology, and new technology are changing the face of the world now, especially if we see social media are the part that we use to communicate, to make change, or to advocate for something. If we try to define social media, we can say that social media is informal. Social media can be defined as informal media. Formerly, we know media to communicate, but now people use social media, which are considered as informal platform and means to communicate by creating contact in order to stay on touch with our network or our relative. But the main objective for social media is to impact positively our communities.
Okay, as you say, social media is part of new technology. Okay, today we're going to put an emphasis on only social media. That's the subject today. GOUMANE, what do you think about social media? What is it?
So, social media is a network in which we communicate. So, I think it's a virtual network. Yeah.
Yeah, the President, the same question to you. What is it, social media?
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me the floor. I can define it, social media, like a link which connect people together, no matter the distance. it can be the information or the communication. Yeah.
So after the definition of that, now let's go to the different types. You, Mr. SALAH, we have many types of social media. What are the ones you know?
Okay, thank you. We have a lot of kind of social media, and the usage of social media depend from one area to another. If we see from continent to continent, people have different audience, they have different target, and also they have different kind of usage of social media. Maybe, I don't know, we are all on social media, I can think. We use social media. We are all on social media, and each of us has interests on which one he used the best. For me, I like Twitter, and Twitter is the best one for me. And in the past, I used to communicate strongly on Facebook, but I have switched on Twitter, because according to me, we have a great audience in Twitter, and by using some hashtag, you can influence, you can reach a high number of internauts. So we have, I think Facebook is on the top of the stage. After Facebook is Instagram, is worldwide. We have also Twitter and in Pinterest, YouTube. We have a lot of platforms, social media, but we have also messengers. So you can you can agree with me that WhatsApp is also very famous. People use it to communicate. It's quicker to communicate using WhatsApp, Messenger, and Telegram, Imo. We have a lot of.
Okay. So Aicha, GOUMANE, what are the different social media? You know, which one do you prefer and why?
Okay, so we have many types of social media. Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, many. So it depends on the country, the realities and things are different. So I do prefer WhatsApp because that connects me with my environment people, and also YouTube.
Yeah, present?
Yeah, okay, all right. Thanks once again. As you know, my friend said, we have so many types of social media. We have Imo, WhatsApp, Facebook, all those things, but among those, what I do prefer is Facebook. Why Facebook? Because the activity that I used to do, you know, can, let us say, permit me to inform people who are not close to me. Because if we talk about WhatsApp is only based on those, who have your phone number, or those that, you know, you have their phone number. But if you don't have my phone number, I don't have your phone number. It's not, issue of WhatsApp. But Facebook is not the case. Just, you know, invitation, accept it, is over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go to the advantages and disadvantages. First of all, Mr. SALAH, everybody talks about social media. So what can be the advantages of this media?
Okay, I want to point out something, to talk about some statistics about social media in the world. So if we try to see, we have the world population is 7.7 billion. And in Mali, we have 20 million. From this worldwide population, 1.8 billion are youth. So if, according to statistics, social media is the most popular online activities. People who are going online are using no technology, surf on social media, and those statistics are increasing. The social media usage since 2010 until now, they are increasing. And this year, 2018, 2019, 2.65 billions of populace go on social media, and it seems to be more than 3 billion in the next coming year. So you see how social media usage is increasing. So
growth.
If you want to talk about advantage, yeah, it's a strong means for us to stay on touch, to remain connected. Now in the worldwide, we are a community. My colleague, my friend, talked about virtuality, social media. Right, it's virtual, but it's a community. We are a virtual community. We can use this social media to stay on touch, and we can use it also to brand what we are doing in life. She is an entrepreneur. She can use social media to entrepreneur to brand her business. We can use it to communicate. Now, if we try to see in Mali, everybody is becoming journalists, communicating on social media. So it's an advantage also. Social media has a lot of advantages. Now we are. What we must do, we must focus only on the advantages in order to make change, to impact our communities.
Is social media important?
Yeah, of course. Social media is very important. Let us mention some points such as the ability to connect to other people all the world, and the easy and instant communication, as we have been talking about. And also the great opportunity for business owners. And we also have the communication, let us say, as I mentioned in my first interview, like somebody who is not in Mali, I want to be in touch with that person. It's thanks to social media I can be in touch with that person, because the person is far away from me. How can I be in touch with the person is a big problem.
Okay. Aicha?
Yes.
Yes, the same question?
I do think so. When those who have created social media, they have created social media to solve a problem. So I think if you use it in the good way, it will be very, very benefit for you.
Yes, what are these benefits? Because now we are talking about the good use of that.
Okay, so the benefits, firstly talking, if you want to be connected to others, it's open you to the world. It's one of the technology revolution, and it's one of the globalization, so because you can be in touch with others people from different countries, you can make your business, many things, you can earn money, you can do whatever you want today on social media.
Okay, you can do everything you want. Now, one word, what can be some of the consequences, disadvantages of this social media?
Okay, all right, as Aicha GOUMANE said, is the bad use of social media can be, very bad things for people. Let us say, look at in the classroom nowadays in Mali, the students, they are using social media badly. Instead of getting the lessons through that one, but they use it badly to do other things which can take them anywhere. That's one of the disadvantages of social media. And also in the working place, the network permits us to do our occupations quickly, but people, they don't mind it. They just go on other things, without be focusing on what they are supposed to do. That's not good. That's one of the impacts which is not good at all.
Mr. SALAH, yeah?
Okay, I want to jump on the advantages. Okay. There is some point I want to emphasize, because social media, nowadays social media give us the opportunity to get a job.
Really?
Give us opportunity. Yeah, you can try it and you will find, and you will be worried of getting a job. And social media give us the opportunity to be close to the information. When Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook, he said, our goal is not to build a platform, is to be across all of them. Move fast and break things. Unless you are breaking stuff, you're not moving fast enough. We know that for every one person who gets access to internet, a new job gets created and one gets benefited from poverty. You see, that's the power of social media. You can get all those opportunities by using social media, but positively. What means using social media positively? It's showing your background, showing your education, and respecting people, respecting diversity on social media. Now, if you ask me to talk about drawbacks, yeah, sure, we have drawbacks, and this is the most common things we must avoid. People use social media now to blackmail other people. That's not good. And they use also social media for cyberbullying. We need to avoid those kind of bad practice on social media. And the other thing that hurt me a lot as a journalist is when I see fake news on social media. And the most bad thing is when professional journalists are promoting fake news. How can we understand this? And this is something we must fight again. As professionals of making information, we need to fight again promoting fake news. No, this is very common, and our communities are sharing information because they trust some people. They trust some influencers, they trust some journalists who put news on social media, so they believe them. If people believe, why you? I'm not talking about you. Why journalists are posting fake news? We must avoid that, and we need to regulate it first. There are some law, and we must applicate those laws. Dira lex sed lex. The law is hard, but is the law. We need to applicate. So the one things I call for is to respect law. No one is beyond on the law. Stop blackmailing, stop insulting people on social media, and stop promoting fake news.
Did Aicha notice drawbacks of the social media?
Yes, what I can say, the first thing that I notice about the inconvenience of social media is being addicted. Our generation, we're very addicted to social media. That is one of the biggest disadvantages. If you are addicted to social media, you have many things that you can do, and let's pay attention to the bad information that can influence people. We have many videos makers today, and social media permits you to be close to people who are far from you, somehow be far from people who are near you, because you're always chatting, you're always here, so you're not concentrated even if there is something to be concentrated. So.
Okay, so I have one special case I'm going to assign to you. I don't know if it's an advantage or disadvantage. I don't know, but in the 2013, in the protest will took place in Turkey, social media play a vital role in communication. Many of the protesters were young women, students, and they organized a protest using social media. One case. Second case, the same case happened here in Mali with the attempts of arrest of some activists. Mainly Rasbach, who was coming from abroad, so he has been welcomed by Malian young people at airport. And this mobilization was from social media. And the day of the judgment of some activists, before the day they communicate each other through social media, and the day of the judgment they get together. At the end there was no judgment. How do you see this, Mr. Salah?
This is my personal point of view.
Okay.
I think that people, especially Malian people, Malian communities, must stop following blindly. When you follow with open eyes, follow with lights, follow with your belief. We are not, or I don't know how people are following without getting the information and without getting the source. Certainly, definitely, social media is a means to influence. Social media influence everywhere. But I like some case because people are going together and they fight for a common goal, and they reach this goal by fighting on social media. But the case you are tackling now, I think people are following in Mali without getting the right information. Just SAGARA is my friend. He followed this man we follow this woman, yeah, I follow back him blindly. No, that's not the right things we need to do. We need to get information to follow what we want and to follow what we stand with. But I say it again, and I insist on it. Social media has the power to change the world. When we go together, we are strong. When we, in social media also, when we stand for something together, we are strong and we can get something. This is the case you were mentioned. Mm-hmm. People followed, yeah, they want to arrest someone, and the whole population, youth or a high number said no, you can't do that, and they start mobilizing through social media, and they get it. In the same case in Burkina Faso, people chase Blaise Compaoré from the power by only using social media. So it's a power.
Okay, is the power advantage or disadvantage in this case?
In everything we have advantage and disadvantage. What I can say is it depends on the why. Why are they doing this? The theme of this protestation. It depends. So it can be an advantage some way and disadvantage some way, because some people they just stand up and just try to protest just without the agreement of the law. So this is a bad thing. So what I can say, there is advantage and disadvantage. We just have to pay attention and try to see the source of the information. Why, what? Asking many questions to yourself before taking things.
Okay, Mr. Bazoumana, SOUMAORO President, so how do you see this kind of great mobilization?
Yeah, I see it, like people were not well informed through social media, because people stand up, because their friends or their parents, they believe the things. I think the case is not somebody believes, but you have the agreement. If you are not informing and you stand up, protesting, is like you are running behind people to do whatever people want to do. That's not good. So let us be well informed, through social media. Okay. Yeah, what people have been doing, is true. I see it like, the inconvenience of social media, okay, because they are not informing. Let us say, if we talk about journalists, many of them, they use it badly, to put people into trouble. But those are using it in the good way. But if you put all of them in the same belt, it will be bad things. Mm-hmm. So to avoid that one, you have to check out what is happening. Not limit only yourself on what people are, have been saying. You yourself, you have to go through the information to check it out, and you will not be, let us say, confused anymore about what's happening.
Yes, today that's the main problem, because if we see our society, everybody has become a communicator, everybody has become journalists. Yeah. They are taking the place of journalists. Yeah. So how to understand that? As far as journalists are concerned, social media can be their source of information. Yeah. They can have information through social media, and they can check out after. But those who are not journalists, they just post the information, and you are not journalists, you take this information as true. And this can create problems. Exactly. From there, let's go to the family now. In the family, what are disadvantages can have social media, Bazoumana and Uma? Let's go with Aicha first.
Okay. So all these things are about being addicted. So if you are addicting, it's a very, very bad habit. That's what I said. Social media sometimes make close to you to people who are far from you, and far to you people who are close to you. So these are the disadvantages, because someone is sitting, you can talk, watch TV together, but you always chatting, always video, always. So these are one of the.
Okay. Me, I can summarize.
Okay.
But saying that social media taking out from our society and put us in virtual world, because we can be together after this talk. We will just take a seat. We can just take a seat, and everyone will be on his phone.
Yeah.
So we are not talking between us,
yes,
but we are talking virtually. Please, what was the question?
I say now you are at 1 a.m., 2 p.m., late in the night,
yeah,
and your partner is playing on WhatsApp and social network. How do you feel that?
Okay, so as she said, we need to manage our time. We need to manage our time, because the time is the most precious things we have. People say that time is money. If you spend all your time in social media, it's a bad habit, and it can make something bad happen in your professional, in your private life, or in your couple life as well. So we need to define the time we are going to social media, doing something, and going out. Stop using social media. We need to be we need to be honest with ourselves and how we are using to social media. Maybe if you are not working in social media, it's useless to spend 1.3 times of your time using social media. Just go and do what you have to do, what is relevant for you, and let social media.
Mr. SOUMAORO, yes, does social media have a problem in the family?
Yeah, of course, because nowadays many couple is breaking down is due to social media. Because the moment that you need your wife, you need your family to be beside you, at that moment they are focusing on social media. How am I going to be like? I will be upset, of course. I will be upset, of course, because those people, I do everything to make them happy. Let us say, I bring or abroad Wi-Fi for what? To be close to information. But if they don't know the moment how to use it, it will be another problem. That will make the chief of family upset. Nobody, I mean, anyone likes that one. I personally, I don't like it.
Okay, personally, you don't like it. Now let's go back to you, Mr. SALAH. It's almost time. Do you have something to add?
Oh, the things I have to add, I will say to our followers, come on, let's go on social media. Because social media is a power we got from our generation, is a power of change. Let's go to social media, let's influence on social media, let's make change on social media. But let us use social media positively and respect different opinions and respect each other, and stop promoting fake news.
Stop promoting fake news. Aicha?
Yes, I said social media is one of the biggest revolution of the technology. So we have this chance to have social media nowadays. So let us use it in the good way, because if you use it badly, you will get only bad things. So I think we have many advantages. You can take social media like your baby. You take care of it. Whatever you post, do it in the good way. Whatever you say, good things. So I think there are many advantages on social media. We can't stop talking about it, but people who use it in the bad way, I think this is lack of education. All those things, I think, is due to education. You go on social media, it's a virtual thing. Many people can see you there. You can have opportunity there. Whatever you're posting, people can see you. And whatever you're posting, people are taking you according to what you're saying and showing. So let us take it goodly, and we have many things that we can do.
Mr. SOUMAORO.
Yeah. Okay, what I can say, as most of us have mentioned, social media is very important. It's not only in one place, but everywhere, because something which can allow people to be together is social media. Because in the past time, if we need to talk, we need to make a meeting. We were obligatory call people one by one, let us meet over there. But now, thanks to social media, we don't need to do that one. Just to create a small group on WhatsApp, follow things, we've been in touch, we say everything. So those are one of the advantages. And as you know, if there are advantages, of course there is advantages. So let us not use it in a bad way, otherwise it will make a bad impact in our life. And those people are journalists who are using it in a bad way. They should stop it, because I'm gonna jump a little bit. Look at nowadays what is happening in our country is due to social media, because the journalists, those people who are bringing news to the citizen, some of those informations are not good. Bad news, they will make people afraid. That's not good. No matter the station, don't do that one. You need to make people, the student, calm down. But if you don't do that one, it's like you are using it in a bad way. Let us make difference between those things, and we see what we will take from social media.
So is by this piece of advice to journalists that we're going to put an end to this program. Our guests were Mr. Mohamed Salah. Mr. Salah is a journalist at the Mandela Washington Fellow Alumni. The second one is Aicha GOUMANE. Aicha is a member of Mali SELPS English Club. And Mr. Bazoumana SOUMAORO is a president of Mali SELPS English Club. I was very happy to be with you today. So, dear fans of Renoueau TV, here takes an end this program, and we hope to be together next time on the same channel. Take care.
Weekly news.
Education, politics,
Economics, culture. Weekly news, a round-wrap of national news of the week on Renoueau TV every Saturday.
weekly news, the news to English speakers.